Socrates is often called the father of Western philosophy. He lived more than 2,400 years ago in ancient Athens, but his ideas continue to shape the modern world. Our ethics, our politics, even our psychology. In this lesson, we'll explore his most fascinating and powerful thoughts, ideas so bold that they changed history and ultimately cost him his life. Let's begin. 1. The unexamined. Life is not worth living. Socrates believed that human beings have a deeper purpose than simply surviving. Food, shelter, money, pleasure. These are not enough. What truly matters is understanding who you are. He taught that a meaningful life requires reflection, asking yourself why you make certain decisions, why you believe the things you believe, and whether your actions match your values. For Socrates, to live without questioning yourself was to drift through life blindly. The more you examine your life, the more you uncover your real purpose. 2. I know that I know nothing. Perhaps Socrates' most famous idea is the confession of ignorance. I know that I know nothing. This wasn't a joke, and it wasn't false humility. Socrates genuinely believed that wisdom begins when you drop the illusion that you already understand everything. People filled with certainty become closed-minded, but people who admit they don't know, they stay curious, open, and willing to learn. Socrates saw ignorance not as a weakness, but as the beginning of discovery. True wisdom is the ability to say, I still have much to learn. 3. Truth through dialogue. The Socratic Method. Socrates rarely gave speeches. Instead, he questioned everyone he met: students, politicians, merchants, soldiers, anyone. He believed that through a chain of honest questions, two people could dig beneath assumptions and uncover real truth. This technique became known as the Socratic Method. It was simple but revolutionary. Instead of telling people what to think, Socrates taught them to think for themselves. Even today, this method is used in law, science, therapy, and education across the world. For him, truth wasn't owned. Truth was discovered together. 4. No one does evil. Knowingly, Socrates held a surprising belief. All evil actions come from ignorance. He argued that every person seeks what they believe is good. If someone steals, lies, or harms others, it's because they misunderstand what truly leads to happiness. According to Socrates, if a person had complete understanding of justice, wisdom, and goodness, they would naturally act in alignment with them. For him, improving yourself morally was not about punishment or fear. It was about gaining knowledge and clarity. The more you understand what is right, the more right your actions become. 5. Virtue over wealth and power. Socrates lived in a society obsessed with wealth, beauty, status, and political influence, much like today. But he rejected all of it. He said that money and power are unstable. They can vanish in an instant. Virtue, however, is permanent. Virtue is the foundation of real happiness. For Socrates, virtue meant things like honesty, courage, self-discipline, fairness, and wisdom. He believed that a person with virtue, even if poor or unknown, was richer than a corrupt king. He once said, "The greatest wealth is to live content with little." A simple life, lived with integrity, was far more valuable than gold. 6. Care for your soul. Above all, Socrates believed the soul was the center of everything. Your character, your morals, your inner strength. He said that people worry endlessly about their bodies, their reputation, their possessions, but rarely about the health of their soul. To him, philosophy was not just thinking, It was a form of spiritual exercise. By asking deep questions, recognizing your mistakes, and seeking truth, you strengthen and purify the soul. A healthy soul, he said, leads to a peaceful and meaningful life. 7. Question: authority and challenge. Corruption Socrates was fearless when it came to questioning power. He challenged politicians, generals, wealthy elites, and even the cultural norms of Athens. He believed that a society grows weak when people stop asking hard questions. His constant questioning made him unpopular with those who feared losing influence. Eventually, he was put on trial for corrupting the youth and challenging the gods. In reality, he was executed because he refused to stop searching for truth. His death was a powerful statement. Even in the face of danger, the pursuit of truth must continue. 8. Knowledge is freedom. For Socrates, ignorance was a form of imprisonment. People become controlled by fear, manipulated by others, or trapped in bad decisions when they don't understand themselves or the world. But knowledge, real knowledge, brings freedom. It gives you the ability to choose wisely, to live intentionally, and to resist manipulation. Understanding yourself is the highest form of liberation.